How did I get into writing? Funnily enough, I was at USC, and so I was with Gary Crew, who's still here, and I wrote the first chapter of a novel as part of an assessment piece, and that first chapter then turned into my first novel. The hardest thing about writing a novel would be probably the thought of it is daunting. If you wrote a short story or something, it's 1,000, 2,000 words, it's not really that bad. But when you're actually thinking about a novel and 12, 13, 14 chapters, you do your first one, you're like, yeah, I've done a first chapter, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay, no, I've got 12 more to do, what am I going to do now? So I think it's just the structure of creating a story over that long a period of, say, 50, 60,000 words, and how you're going to structure it. That's the hardest part of it. The feeling of getting published it's hard to explain. It's like all of your work has then made sense, and there's a validation in what you're doing. Like, to that point, you're thinking, oh, okay, there's a million other people who've written a book and they want to get it published. And when you get that letter, or when you get that phone call, when you get that email, you're like, wow, okay, they've seen something in me that's going to be out there. The first thing I thought about was walking into a bookshop and looking on the shelf. Yeah. And that was just like, oh my God, how cool is that going to be? So it's a validation of your effort, and it's like party time. The writers that influenced me most in terms of Jack the Ripper himself was Jack the Ripper. Yeah. Because back in Victorian times, they found a load of letters from a guy who claimed to be Jack the Ripper. And so reading those letters made me think about him as a character, and him as a person, and him as someone with a background, and that sort of level of inspiration made me want to write fictitiously about him as a person. So yeah, his own letters is what inspired me to write.